Hello? Hmm.
This black girl complaining about it. That's why they gotta stay there now, bro. White guys with black government. They step that pushing when they get slapped. Now, it's a joke. They're telling jokes. They're laughing. It's a joke. Stereotypical things that people complain about black women doing. They make a joke on a podcast from a comedian. I don't know if you guys know, but Andrew Schultz is a comedian. He had a Netflix stand-up show. He's one of the biggest comedians in the country. But you know the disingenuous black folks, they disingenuous. They can talk about white people all day long. They can joke about white people all day long. But let a white man say a single joke and then say it's a joke and they get mad. Listen to Ryan Clark's criticism of Andrew Schultz, clip 16. I want y'all to see this. Listen to this fool. Y'all heard what Andrew Schultz said. The two dummies who came on the black women doing, they make a joke on the pot.
Use of deadly force has been approved. Securing B. Taking A. Taking B.
That's why I'm gonna stay there now.
Control zone C.
Going on. Look, it's a joke. They're telling jokes. They're laughing. It's a joke. Stereotypical things that people complain about black people doing. They make a joke on a podcast from a comedian. I don't know if you guys know, but Andrew Schultz is a comedian. He had a Netflix stand-up show. He's one of the biggest comedians in the country. But you know the disingenuous black folks, they disingenuous. They can talk about white people all day long. They can joke about white people all day long. But let a white man say a single joke and then say it's a joke and they get mad. Listen to Ryan Clark's criticism of Andrew Schultz.
Adesso muore di un solo
I
tiro.
want y'all to see this. Listen to this fool. Y'all heard what Andrew Schultz said. The two dummies who came on the Andrew Schultz podcast apologized to their audience and they got all this backlash from black women. And then because Brian Clark is a fake social justice warrior, and when I call him this, it's because he's too grown to be this silly. This is what he says, Rose.
Using A.
I disagree
Losing
with
Bravo.
that. Speaking on what you do, no one in the world defends black women against violence. Most of the time, the people defending black women are black. What people do most times is what Andrew do most times is what the two young podcasts do. They laugh, they joke, and for Andrew, he said it was said in jest, and that's fine. That's why
Using Bravo.
No.
to set up what I was going to say, was here's what Andrew Schultz said. See, my issue is, he has an issue with being talking about what he said.
Lo I said.
He makes make them one of those jokes, but it's not easy for me to share my good experiences with black women. For me to give me the historic view of what black women have done in support of black women. To me, make that make sense. Why is it hard for me to now respond to this in defense of black women when I'm getting censored clips? With people asking me what do you think about this?
Securing C.
When I'm walking around my house every day, looking at her in the middle of the and I was raised by one that's not funny. That's not responsible. I'm not looking for friends. I'm not looking for people.
It is corny. It is corny. The man told a joke. He did it in jest. And then you got to defend black. You don't need to defend black women. They're not little dogs. They can't speak for themselves. Every black woman ain't good, and every black woman ain't bad. You don't need to defend them. The ones that are stupid are the ones he's talking about. If you got good experiences, he's clearly not talking about black women who are good, even not in jest. But you feel you need to defend black women. Why white men don't think they need to defend white women? Because they understand that people joking, and they don't feel, they don't project their own insecurity. You know black women ain't struggle. That's why you feel you need to defend them. White people can compartmentalize
Ah.
this and say, yeah, there's a bunch of white women that ain't nothing. And then there's good white women like my mama. I don't need to defend that. It's common sense. Finish.
14 would have picked me up on the phone. And clearly, if you
Locking
still
down
are
Bravo.
responsible
Oh, drop.
Hey,
for the mistakes y'all can already do. And so, to me, I don't think that it was what he made it out to be. And the larger problem he had, he claimed on, and I talked to that man, pretty honestly,
losing
Oh,
Alpha.
boy.
that I said he was so genuine. And so, you know, my brothers like that allow you to be comfortable enough to make excuses as to why they disrespect black people and black women. And by the time I got to the end of it, because I went back and watched it, I wanted it to be very clear that these are guys that have experienced with others, even though really made 66.
Hold up. I'm tired of listening to it. Just know it's going to get worse because this is just the beginning of him saying something stupid. Now, let's play Andrew Schultz on Shannon Sharp's show. I'm going to try to play it quickly because I want y'all to get to the part where Andrew Schultz just blow him out of the water. Roll the clip about the black girl.
Yeah.
So tell me how did that conversation come about?
Yeah.
And then tell me what you were thinking when you said what you said.
So what was the black girlfriend effect is essentially like when a white guy dates a black girl, he starts to glow up. Right. He looks better,
Right.
he gets like a beard, and you know, shape up, and he's just like, I've heard of the black girl. So what was he saying it, referencing it? It was like Travis Kelce or something like that.
Yeah, I think because he was saying they glow up, they start to look different, they get beards and things like that. And I think he said, but they go bald because
No, that's what I was like. So for me, I'm like, he's like,
Yeah, but it's a joke.
First of all, I hate explaining jokes. I can't believe me. So stupid, but so I'm like, yeah, what is the opposite take?
Right.
A lot of times in comedy, the opposite take is the funny thing.
Look at that.
So you go to the other side and you try and defend the indefensible or whatever it is. This is what I've done my entire career. So the opposite take is, no, actually, the reason why they're shaping up their hair because they're going bald because they're stressed out. They're going weird. There's more padding. This is the opposite take of the black girl from the sex. You look so much better. Right. It's really not that. But they went on another podcast and said they didn't think that girls in Atlanta would do it. So black women in Atlanta were very offended by these two English dudes, black dudes, that were basically calling girls in Atlanta ugly. This is like the hub of black culture in America.
Yeah.
And you're just going to call them black women ugly. So they were ripping them. And then they started ripping them for laughing at my joke.
Oh.
So it wasn't really about what I said. It was, look how corny these guys are. And they are corny. Look how corny these guys are. Here's another example of their corniness. Right. Right. And then Ryan Clark took a break from posting pictures of his outfits on Instagram.
See, man, you need to have a conversation. Ryan.
No, I know. Everybody tells me he's a good dude. But he did that, and he it just felt like it was all clout. And he tried to make it this big thing. And he's like, by the end of it, he's like, he's one of these guys that wants to say the N-word but doesn't. I was like, what the is going on? Like, what are we even talking about?
Right.
The story is about those guys who insulted the black women.
Right.
And laughing at that joke. And then he kind of reframed it and then made it about me.
All right, now let's listen to Andrew Schultz call out Ryan Clark. Hold on. This is the beautiful part. I wish I'd have played this at the beginning. Y'all probably want to watch all that. But I had to put the context here. I didn't watch the full thing because it was so cringy on Ryan Clark's part. I couldn't stomach it. But we're going to watch it together, the full thing. This is the epitome of black people not being held accountable for their own stupidity they do. They'll point the finger at the